I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before, and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first. Pull me up out the holler. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying, girl, I don't guess I can blame you.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, it's our main event between these Road Warriors and the Baltimore Ravens. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off from Baltimore. Starting from the 5. And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Nick starting with a pass. Escapes the pocket. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Knicks now on 1st and 10. To the left side, caught by Andrews. Has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
To the air on 3rd and long. Got for big yards on the right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Kill.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Bounce outside. He is a little bit there, about 3 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Bombers.
Nix from the gun. Goes caught. And he's tackled for no gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slant, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away. With how well they were eating up yards and 1st downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
Right, ready to send this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he cuts it back right. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
34-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
Shannon! Oh, my son!
Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 20.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Oh, my son! Oh, go. Hey!
Here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Check. Oh, my son!
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
3rd down give to Robinson. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Only 2 yards to the marker. They're going for it here on 4th.
Oh, my son! Ready!
And you just get the play off. Oh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And he's taken down, but before that offense comes out, they may want to wait a second. We've got a flag down, and it is in the backfield. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10.
Oh, my son! Olay!
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Second and 10, still at the 28.
Oh, my son! Huddle!
Throwing here, Nix. Short pass brought in. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Complete to Ricky Pearsall. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
Hey! Check.
Nix now to throw. Headed out right. To the sideline, and he has the catch. Tough play for a small gain, but it does get the first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Once more, it's Nix. Escapes out to the left. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man.
Ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Right, ready to send this one away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hawk 70. Hey, ready.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Trying to throw this from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it. Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. They're going for this. That's cut beyond the bunker. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Pass cut, 9-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown. The Eagles take a 2nd quarter lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead.
Eagles 14, Ravens 10.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Nick's looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. He missed the linebacker lurking. Or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
Do you know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb in quarterbacks? When we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, well, they can make you pay just as he did.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This return starts at the 5. Making some progress here.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Flush down out to his left. On the run, deep down the big gain downfield. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, it's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
He has room past the 25. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down. They'll throw again. Nix. Complete. It's for John Robinson. And they're going to be set up with first and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Nick's trying to sneak it. Up to the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
He tries to sneak it, and he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. That one splits the uprights.
Makes the score.
And the Ravens cut the lead down to 4.
Ravens 17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Chased out to his right. He's going to let this go deep down the right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens will take over as he reports his first interception of our season. That is one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. It's too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
You know, Kate, when I see throws like this, I see images of Bo Jackson back in the day. As a Kansas City Royal throwing Harold Reynolds out from the warning track. 300.
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. He does it, touchdown Baltimore. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Right, ready to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Fits it through the middle. Hits the 20. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick.
That is an effort play. I love that by the defense. Corralling the QB behind the line. It can be tough to track these guys down when they decide to scramble. What excellent pursuit to stay on them the entire way.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Nix to throw. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. The left side caught by Andrews. And the Eagles get to it. They had a nice chunk after that recovery, and they're going to take over inside the red zone.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Touchdown! The Eagles throw their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
Ravens 24.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And that hit, he's going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Nix with it on 1st. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Nix from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right, airs it out to... It's complete! Oh my! They left him wide open downfield. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 1-score game before halftime. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 4.
35. Ravens 31.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
One last play before the break. He's back to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Ravens are stopped on that return, so that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Viking, 18. Go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Dump off caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Offense in a hurry up here.
A gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
19 tight. 19 tight. 10 to 11. 10 to 11.
They'll work against the blitz.
The pass. Shamar Stewart on the tackle. Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
Second and long, need to give themselves a shot for 3rd.
60 average. 60, 70 Timberwolves. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos. 30.
Pass play coming here. Complete out to the right. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
Okay, ready?
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. To the air now on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Working quickly here.
Gain of 19 yards. Buenos Aires. First down. A gain of 19 yards.
On the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
Ravens 31.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Robinson again here on 2nd. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open. A little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Again, it's Cook. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Nix now to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
On 1st down, it's Nix. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Tough false start penalty. Now 8 to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He rolls to his right. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Christian Gonzalez has it. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Working quickly here.
19 Charger. 60 broadcast. 60 back. Buffalo 18. Warriors 17.
Working on first down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Ready. 180.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready. 180.
First down, and they go right back to it. His charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Held in left side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. We've set it downs from 37. Handoff for Robinson, running right. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 13 on that play.
13 yards on the play.
And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Another carry for Robinson. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ready. 180. Joe.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Taken in by Chase, left side. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
Try and run here with Robinson. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's fourth down.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on the 3rd and 1 run.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. Forced out to his right. Making the call himself. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Here's Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Here's another for him. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Only a yard on the game there, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4.
1 yard on the play.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Nix. And that is Caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now within one score in the fourth. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Now the offense and Knicks coming to the line, looking to tack on two more.
The Ravens will line up.
Right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. That gets him two and puts them within a field goal here late. Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
The 35-yard line.
Oh yeah, right there, oh yeah.
Pass play now. Finds him on the crossing route. And he is down to the 30-yard line. They get 35 out of that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Past the 60, past the 60. Hurt. Check. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. Ready.
Throwing now on 1st down. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down. You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football. Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is down to the doorstep of that red zone. Another yard to reach it and pick up that first down, too.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
1. Another carry for it. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
4th down.
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
60 by 60 by.
Looking to throw. He has the touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Drake London with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
49. Ravens 39.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. Things going well so far. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear. hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Go, go. Slam.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens got to score in a hurry. 1st and 10, got to score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. To throw, here's Nix. This one taken in by Chase. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this 1st and goal.
13 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
Once more, it's Nix. Buying some time right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. Nix from the gun. They look underneath here. Robinson. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal a little bit tougher here. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Back to where they started as the play picks up 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone off. Robinson. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
So down inside the final minute, they're ready to try the onside kick. And the Eagles are able to recover. And that should just about do it for us here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Go!
Trying the right side. And he's going to have this one down to the 37th. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on first. He sells it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Vacates quickly left side. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13.
21 yards. That's good.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go. First down.
Warriors 70. Ready. 70. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 79 Broncos.
They're going to pass it here. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Buenos Aires.
Now, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines, but for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Baltimore.